There's a new website for residents of Denver to help them avoid shopping at businesses owned by white people. And the local news, instead of being horrified by this obvious anti-whiteism, is promoting the website.
Colorado is home to so many successful businesses owned by people of color, but sometimes identifying them can be tricky.
As Denver 7's Micah Smith shows us, a new website's working to fix that.
Gotta fix it. It's a problem.
I love photographing in snow.
A great eye and portfolio to showcase it all.
I really like to get to know my clients.
Shamika McBoat launched her business, McBoat Photography, in 2005.
Last year was one of our most profitable years that we had.
But McBoat says the profits weren't always rolling in.
I've made it through a couple of recessions and to 2020. Yes, so there was a lot to face. Everything from dwindling income, not being able to even work.
And McBoat says many business owners of color lack a network to lean on.
There's a distinct lack of funding, visibility.
A new free website called shopbipoc.com wants to provide a spotlight.
BIPOC means Black, Indigenous, and people of color, by the way.
It is a website, very easy to use to, in essence,
avoid businesses owned by white people. We understand.
Make it easy as possible for consumers and institutions and people like you and I to go to the website and find the businesses owned by people of color.
Meanwhile, white people aren't allowed to even have a dating website geared towards white people meeting each other, especially since most of the dating apps removed the ethnicity filter, the filter by race option, after the 2020 Black Lives Matter insurrection, because Black people kept complaining that it's racist if white people don't want to date them. There was a major outcry in the mainstream media after wherewhitepeoplemeet.com was launched, and of course they were called racist. Oh, stay tuned because there's plenty more to come in this video, but real quick, subscribe to my channel if you're new here because you're not going to find information and analysis like this anywhere else. And speaking of diversity, the globalists are ensuring the Cloward Piven strategy is occurring under the wake of tens of millions of illegal aliens as the final push, the reinforcements are being sent in to ensure the collapse of the United States. It's so bad that even CNN can no longer ignore it.
The mayor of a Texas border city is pleading for help as the members and the numbers of migrant crossings have increased significantly. A source tells CNN nearly 3,000 migrants crossed near the city of Eagle Pass, Texas in just one day. The mayor signed an emergency declaration hoping to get financial help and, frankly, more services.
3,000 in one day, and the mayor of Eagle Pass is saying that they're seeing robberies and homes are getting broken into. Well, of course. Look at this. No women or children, no families, only military-aged men.
Hola, ¿de dónde son?
Venezuela. From Venezuela. Look at this. I counted 3 women in this entire crowd. Look at this. This is an invasion. There is no other way to put it. Actually, I mean, technically, like I said, we already have been invaded. These are just the reinforcements to make sure that they finish the job. So President Biden's plan is, of course, not to finish the border wall, which the Democrats obstructed throughout the entire Trump administration, or to send them all back. It's to, well, welcome more of them.
First, we put in place policies that process people in a fair and fast way. Second, we're significantly expanding legal pathways for entry so businesses can get the workers they need. Families don't have to wait for a decade to be together. I've also directed my team to make a historic increase in the number of refugees admitted from Latin America.
Of course, all they do is claim asylum, no matter what, and they're given a green card and a court date 10 years in the future. And Democrats don't want anybody to do the math because if the American people actually knew how many illegal aliens there were in the United States, they would absolutely lose their mind. And for years, even when they finally and reluctantly talk about numbers, they would say, oh, it's just 10, maybe 11 million, but any reasonable estimate is double that. And that's actually back in 2018. The estimates are that there were 22 million back then. And that was 5 years ago. And just last year, the U.S. Border Patrol admits that there were at least 2 million that came in 1 year alone. So there is probably almost 30 million of them here. Here's New York Governor Kathy Hochul, a Democrat, of course, saying that they need to go somewhere else.
We have to let the word out that when you come to New York, we're not going to have more hotel rooms. We don't have capacity. So we have to also message properly that we're at our limit. If you're going to leave your country, go somewhere else. But the smarter thing is to apply for asylum before you leave your country.
Actually, we need to send a message to the entire world that none of them are allowed here, and that anyone who steps foot on U.S. soil will be rounded up and placed onto a bus and taken across the border and dumped in Mexico.
What do you call it here at the White House when 10,000 people illegally cross the border in a single day?
So what do you call it, Peter, when GOP puts forth a wait, no, you can't. I'm answering. Okay, we're going to move
You're
on.
answering
No,
okay.
no, we're moving on.
Great,
moving.
please.
In the back.
You said you were stopping the flow at the border.
No. I tried to answer, Peter,
okay.
I tried to answer the question. You stopped me. Let's go.
We're a collapsing country. The train is going off the rails, and there's only one man who's going to be capable of salvaging parts of the country, and that, of course, is Donald Trump. We need him back ASAP. And if you agree, order your Wanted for President shirt from my online store at markdice.com or click the link in the description below. In case you haven't heard, it's been updated with the authentic Donald Trump mugshot. So head on over to markdice.com or click the link in the description below and check them out.